Hi, I'm John from Chatbot, and in this video I will show you how you can create a Slack chatbot and automatically reply to messages in Slack without writing a single line of code. Let's dive in. So the first thing that we need to do is create our chatbot, and today we are going to use FlowXO for this. So we can just go to chatbot.com/flow. And this will bring you directly to the FlowXO website. And here you can just click on Start for Free, and you can create your own free FlowXO account. And this account stays free up to 500 interactions per month. And after that, it will only cost you like $20 a month. So that's pretty cheap. And this will allow you to test out their platform and determine whether it's the right fit for you. So I already have an account, so I will just click on sign in with my credentials, and now I'm logged in to FlowXO. And today we're going to make it really simple. We just want to reply when somebody asks for a Wi-Fi password in Slack. And we're going to do this because it's most likely that you're going to use a Slack chatbot for internal company communication. And because people often ask, like, what is the Wi-Fi password, we're going to reply to such messages. So in Flow, we are going to just create a new flow, choose for the blank flow, and then we are going to select our trigger. And a trigger is an action that actually starts our flow. And today we want to reply when somebody asks for the Wi-Fi password. So we are going to activate the flow when somebody sends us a message. So as a trigger, we are going to select new message. We want to connect it to all bots. Click on next. And here we can determine the words and phrases we want to reply to. So we can just type these in. So we can just say, what is the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password? Give me the Wi-Fi password. And just Wi-Fi password. And here you can also determine when you want to reply. So for example, you can only reply when somebody sends you a direct message, or you can also reply when somebody mentions you in a Slack channel, or just over here. So when somebody says like Wi-Fi password in a Slack channel without specifically mentioning the bot, then it can also reply. So we just want to reply to everything, and then we can click on next. And now the flow is actually created. So every time somebody says something related to Wi-Fi password, we will reply with this flow. And now we need to determine what message we want to send when somebody is asking about this flow. So we can just click on Add Action, click on Send a Message, and then we can determine the message that we want to send. So we just want to say, you need to connect with the Wi-Fi network Chatbot, and the Wi-Fi password is 123456789. Just a really simple response. And then we can click on next and click on save. And now every time a user asks about your Wi-Fi password, you can automatically reply with, you need to connect with the Wi-Fi network Chatbot, and the Wi-Fi password is 1234, etc. And for this tutorial, we keep it very simple. We just want to reply to one specific keyword, but you can duplicate this process for every keyword you want to reply to, or every phrase you want to reply to. So we just set up this flow, and you can also test out this flow. So if you click on this message bubble on the right bottom, so this will open up a sidebar, and here you can just say, what is the Wi-Fi password? And then you will see that it does not respond with what we want. And the reason for this, and this is often what is being forgotten, is that you need to activate the flow. So if we click this down, you can here click on, and now your flow is activated. So when you go back to your test console, and then you reset the conversation, and then you say, what's the Wi-Fi password? It will reply with, you need to connect with the Wi-Fi network. So this works. The next thing we need to do is connect our FlowXO bot to our Slack workspace. And this is the most trickiest part of the tutorial. It's also the most hardest part because we need to take a lot of different steps. But if you just follow every step that I take, you can connect your FlowXO bot to Slack. So the first thing that we need to do is go to api.slack.com. And then we need to click on create an app. I'll just make this a little bit bigger. We can click on create an app and then start from scratch. We can choose a app name. So I'll just call this the Chatamize Slack Chatbot. And we can select a workspace we want to develop our app for. So in this case, I will just choose the Chatamize workspace and click on create app. Then if you scroll down, you will find here your app credentials. And you don't want to share these app credentials with anyone else besides yourself, but we need them in order to connect FlowXO to Slack. So if we go to FlowXO, we need to create our bot. So we can click on bots and click on new. So we want to choose the platform Slack and also give the same name. So Chatamize Slack Chatbot. And then here we need to paste the client ID and the client secret. So if we go back, here we have the client ID, so we can just copy it and paste it over here. And also the client secret. So show it, client secret, and paste it over here. So that's the first step that we need to take. The next step is that we need to add a redirect URL and add the right scopes to our app. So we go back to Slack, and if we go back up, then you have the authentication and permissions. So we can click on it, and here we need to add our redirect URL. So we can just click on add new redirect URL, and then we need to go to FlowXO, and then here we have the Slack app redirect URI. So you can just copy this and then paste it over here and click on add. And next you need to scroll down, and we need to add a lot of bot token scopes and user token scopes. And we need these scopes in order to let the chatbot respond to certain messages. So I will just add these scopes in the description because those are a lot, and you can just copy them from there and add them to your own Slack app. So I'll just type them in now. So it's app mentions read, it's channels history, channels join, chat write public, commands, groups history, IM history, incoming webhook, npm history, users read, users write, and those are it for the bot token scopes. And we also need to add one user token scope, which is channels history. And it's also good to know that these scopes can change over time. I already created a Slack chatbot tutorial before, and since then these scopes have changed. So I just want to let you know that it could be possible that these scopes change, and I will also add a link to my blog in the description where I will update this over time if these scopes change. Following, we need to add event subscriptions to our Slack bot. So if we scroll up, then we can click on event subscriptions, click on, so this is working now, and then we need to go back to FlowXO and copy the Slack app interactive messages action URL. So you can just copy this and paste it over here. And then we also need to subscribe to bot events. So we need to add 4 bot user events. So this will be message.channels, this will be message.groups, this will be message.im, and message.npim. And again, I will also add these bot events in the description, so you can just copy them and paste them inside your Slack app. And then you need to click on Save Changes. Next, we need to add interactivity to our Slack app. So we can just go to interactivity and shortcuts, and then we need to click on and add the same URL. So again, we need to have the Slack app interactive messages action URL. So you can just copy this and then paste it over here and click on Save Changes. And the last thing that we need to do is allow users to send slash commands. So with these slash commands, someone, for example, can say something like start, and this will start the bot. We are not going to use that in this tutorial, but we want this by default set up for our Slack app. We can just click on App Home and then scroll down, and then here you need to check this simple box, and that will be it. So these are all the settings that we need to set up for our Slack app. And the next thing we need to do is publish our Slack chatbot inside our Slack workspace. So if we go back to FlowXO, we can just scroll down and click on Next. And then we can click on this button, and this button will add our Slack chatbot to our Slack workspace. So we can just click on Allow, and now your chatbot is added to your workspace. So when you go to your left sidebar, now you have the Chattermy Slack chatbot. And now I can say, what is the Wi-Fi password? And it will automatically respond with, you need to connect with the Wi-Fi network Chattermy's, and the Wi-Fi password is, etc. And also, if you want to add your Slack chatbot to a channel, you can just go to a channel, then mention your chatbot. So we're going to say the Chattermy Slack chatbot. Then we can say, what is the Wi-Fi password? And then you will get a reply, you mentioned your chatbot, but they're not in this channel. Do you want to invite them? So you can just click on invite them. And then if you say the same thing, what is the Wi-Fi password? It will respond with the response we set up before. And that's how you create a Slack chatbot and automatically reply to messages in Slack without writing a single line of code. If you have any questions on how you can use FlowXO or how you can create your own chatbots, please leave a comment below and I will reply as soon as possible.